Chosen one, this month's last days are supernatural. Coming soon. If you've been feeling something shift in the atmosphere, you're not imagining it. If you've noticed strange patterns, divine alignments, or a feeling that something unexplainable is rising up just beneath the surface, know this: you're picking up on a spiritual frequency that's real. These final days of the month aren't just another flip of the calendar. No, these days are charged with supernatural energy. They carry a divine voltage that's about to ignite something extraordinary in your life. The heavens are organizing a divine conclusion and climax to this month, not as a close, but as a gateway into something monumental. Chosen one, the remaining days of this month are pregnant with power, loaded with revelation, and overflowing with unexpected blessings. You're not entering ordinary time. You're stepping into the most supernaturally infused period of your recent life. Before we dive deep, stay with this message until the end. Something in this message is meant to unlock something in you. There's a divine transmission wrapped within these words. And when you receive it with your whole heart, you'll feel the activation begin. In the comments, write your warmest wishes for yourself and others. Feel it in your spirit. Write it as a sacred declaration of faith. And include the number 777, a symbol of spiritual completion and new beginnings. This isn't just a comment, it's a vibration. It's a ripple of faith into the universe. Let your words stir the winds of the supernatural. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You must understand, in these last days of this month, time itself is not moving at a normal pace. In the spirit realm, the clock is accelerating and decelerating in different moments to bring your divine appointments into alignment. Things that felt delayed for months are now being finalized in an instant. Documents, decisions, meetings, and moments are being rearranged so that you walk straight into a moment of divine precision. The kind of precision that man can't orchestrate. The kind of breakthrough that no human plan could have set up. Chosen one, the last days of this month are divinely booby-trapped with blessings. Unexpected shifts, new doors, and powerful realizations are hidden in the hours you have left, and you will not miss them. It may feel like you've been surviving, like you've been holding on by a thread, like you've been wandering through fog and chaos, trying to make sense of the journey. But here's what's happening. You are being carried through confusion, carried through emotional storms, carried through the shadows of doubt. And now, that carrying is about to turn into a standing. You are about to stand in clarity, stand in truth, stand in the full knowledge of what has been working behind the scenes. These final days aren't about surviving. They are about revelation and restoration. You're about to see why it had to happen this way. In these supernatural days, the divine realm is not just observing your life, it is intervening directly. The angels assigned to your purpose are not hovering and waiting anymore. They are active. They are executing divine strategies. They are repositioning people and removing obstacles. Some things and people had to fall away. Some places had to be closed off. Some opportunities had to be redirected. Not because you were being rejected, but because you were being prepared. And now, the preparation is complete. These final days of this month are your activation sequence. This month may have felt silent, uneventful even. You may have thought, God, I haven't seen the movement I expected. The promises haven't manifested. The doors still seem shut. But that silence was not absence. It was gestation. It was the hush before the crescendo. a spiritual buildup. And now the crescendo is here. What's been gathering is about to burst into the natural. You are about to see sudden events, the kind that rewrite your understanding of time, of divine planning, of destiny. And the Spirit says, you are ready. You were never behind. You were never forgotten. You were always in divine rhythm. But the rhythm has been internal, a deep alignment, a hidden weaving. And now, that rhythm is about to echo loudly through your external world. The next conversation you have could be the turning point. The next notification could be the open door. The next opportunity could be the one that was being saved specifically for you. Not someone else. You, chosen one. What's coming to you in these final days will not make logical sense. It won't be based on merit, timing, or performance. It will be based on divine decree. It will be the kind of favor that confuses those watching. The kind of breakthrough that makes people say, "How did that happen so fast?" But you'll know, it didn't happen fast. It was being built slowly, divinely, perfectly, and now it's simply being revealed in one moment, in one shift, in one divine flick of the calendar. You're not reading this by accident. You were led here as confirmation. Confirmation that the final days of this month were written in the heavens with your name encoded in them. It's why the warfare has been intense. It's why the distractions came out of nowhere. It's why your energy has felt depleted, because the enemy saw what's coming. But the good news? He can't stop it. It's already sealed, already announced, already aligned. You are not being prepared for just a small win. You are being set up for a supernatural eruption. The kind of eruption that doesn't just bless you, it transforms you, spiritually, emotionally, financially, mentally, socially. The people around you are going to look at you and say, "What happened to you?" And you'll simply say, "I aligned. I stayed faithful. I held the vision." And heaven will say, "You endured." Now, watch what I do. The final days of this month are like divine portals. Every step you take is a step into alignment. Every decision is a doorway. Every prayer is a magnetic pulse. Don't move passively. Move with intention. Wake up expecting supernatural activity. Speak with authority. Think with divine imagination. These are not ordinary days. These are days of visitation. And the signs will be clear. You'll begin to notice confirmations in the smallest ways. A sudden idea, a repeated number, a conversation that echoes what you've been praying about. Don't ignore them. Don't write them off as coincidence. These are spiritual nudges, clues, breadcrumbs from heaven pointing you forward. You were chosen for this shift. Others may not feel it. Others may not understand why you're expecting something so huge in what seems like just the end of another month. But you feel it because it's real. You're not delusional. You're prophetic. You're sensitive to the currents of the unseen. And your sensitivity is your strength. So don't shrink back. Don't silence your expectation. Let your faith expand. Let your hope stretch. Because your spirit already knows something supernatural is coming, something wild, something holy, something only heaven could have orchestrated. And you, chosen one, are in the perfect position to receive it. You are now stepping deeper into the mystery of these supernatural final days. The veil is lifting, and what was once hidden is coming to light. Not just in your external world, but in your spiritual DNA. The alignment of time, space, and destiny is no longer a future concept for you. It's unfolding in real time. In these remaining days, heaven is not just hovering near, it is interacting, intersecting, and intertwining with your earthly path. The extraordinary is brushing up against the ordinary, and what seemed like a regular day is now holding sacred assignments. This is not symbolic. It's actual. It's happening. There are divine instructions being whispered to your spirit now. Pay attention to the nudges, the sudden inspirations, the ideas that won't leave you alone. They're not random. They are downloads, and these downloads will lead you into divine appointments. That idea you've been sitting on? It wasn't given to everyone. That connection you keep thinking about? Reach out. The final days of this month are highly sensitive windows for action. Actions that will unlock months, even years, of favor. Expect unusual delays to turn into divine redirections. Don't fight them. If something shifts suddenly, it's not punishment. It's positioning. Some of the greatest blessings you'll receive in the days ahead will come disguised in inconvenience. That detour you didn't ask for? It's not the enemy. It's a supernatural setup. That no you heard last week? It's the space being cleared for a yes you weren't expecting. Trust the divine choreography. Chosen one, everything you lost earlier this year is about to become irrelevant. You will not need what you thought you needed. Because in these last days, heaven is not restoring what was. Heaven is releasing what's never been seen before. You're not going back to anything. You're being introduced to something new, never experienced, never imagined. You are becoming a prototype, a living sign. And yes, some people won't understand it. Let them watch in silence while God works in clarity. The discomfort you've been enduring lately? It wasn't pointless. It was a prophetic echo, a signal that something greater was breaking open. Some of you have been feeling the pressure in your body, fatigue, restlessness, sleep disruptions, emotional surges. That's not weakness. It's spiritual labor. You're giving birth to a reality that your spirit has been carrying for months. These final days are your labor room, and your breakthrough is crowning. Do not underestimate what can happen in a moment. Time obeys divine command, and when God speaks, time bends. A breakthrough that should have taken a year can happen in a night. A decision that was blocked for months can reverse in an hour. You're not dealing with man-made systems, you're interacting with the supernatural. And the supernatural doesn't follow man's rules. You've been kept hidden for a reason. Your name has been protected. Your gifts have been incubating. Your anointing has been guarded. Why? Because heaven didn't want you exposed before you were activated. And now? The activation is here. These final days are announcing you, not with noise, but with power. The right people will find you. The right doors will open. The right alignments will appear, without striving, without forcing, simply by being in sync. This is why your energy is shifting. Your vibration is elevating. You're not who you were even 3 weeks ago. Your thoughts are changing. Your desires are shifting. You've outgrown your former limitations, and your future can feel it. That pull you sense, it's your destiny drawing you closer. You are being magnetized toward the miracle. Chosen one, listen carefully. Some of your biggest blessings will come from places you didn't expect. Don't limit God's delivery methods. Be open. Stay flexible. You might find favor in a stranger's words, in a new opportunity that looks unrelated to your vision. But nothing will be unrelated anymore. These are the days when everything starts connecting. What felt scattered will begin to align. And you'll notice something. Old cycles will start to feel unbearable. Conversations that used to interest you will now feel empty. Environments that once felt comfortable will start to itch. This is your spirit letting you know. You're done with survival. You're entering supernatural stewardship. Your energy can no longer be wasted on what doesn't match your divine path. Let your prayers in these days be bold, not small, fearful whispers. Pray like it's already done. Speak like the shift is here, because the way you speak will shape what enters. Your words are keys. Your declarations are doors. Use them wisely. Heaven is listening with intention now, and you must know this: the evidence is coming. The kind that silences doubt, the kind that answers every silent question in your heart. You won't have to explain what's happening. Your life will demonstrate it. Your peace will speak for itself. Your glow will confirm it. Your movement will testify. Don't get distracted in these final days. Don't let trivial things pull your focus. The enemy will try to stir confusion and noise. Don't engage. Stay centered. Stay prayed up. Stay grateful. These days are too sacred to be wasted in worry. The supernatural is sensitive, and it responds best to peace and expectation. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. You don't need them right now. What you need is alignment, and you are in it, fully. Don't let fear convince you that you've missed something. You haven't. You are exactly where you need to be for the eruption that's coming. Trust this process. Trust your growth. Trust your divine intuition. Trust what you feel in your bones, even if your eyes haven't seen it yet. You're not crazy. You're not late. You're not behind. You're on time for a supernatural conclusion that will leave you speechless. And here's a sign. In the coming days, expect an unexpected message. A word, a call, a dream, a moment that confirms everything you've been sensing. When it happens, don't brush it off. Receive it. Chosen one, you are now in the spiritual overflow. These are not just final days on the calendar. These are the days when timelines collapse and destiny accelerates. You are not simply observing change, you are embodying it. You're not just walking into a supernatural moment. This entire month's conclusion is a divine event. Each second is an anointed second. Each hour is a portal. What you've prayed for is circling you, preparing for entry into your reality. And what's coming will not ask for your permission. It will simply arrive, boldly, powerfully, undeniably. There is something sacred about these last days that can only be felt in your spirit. You may not have words for it, but the knowing is strong. It's as if heaven has leaned in closer to your life. Time feels thinner. The veil is lighter, and you sense it. Something massive is about to be revealed. Something that will forever change your view of what's possible. That uneasy feeling in your stomach? It's not fear. It's divine pressure. God rearranging you from within to handle the weight of what's coming. And now your vision is being corrected. You're no longer seeing from pain, lack, or fear. You're seeing from alignment, from destiny, from prophetic clarity. What you used to call a setback, you now see as a setup. What once broke you now built you. The fog is lifting. The confusion is dissolving. And in its place is a clarity so sharp, it cuts through every illusion. This is the supernatural lens, and it's being placed over your life now. You'll notice this shift in your conversations, in your thoughts, in how you respond to situations. Things that used to trigger you will no longer move you. You will have peace in situations that used to unravel you. This is evidence of transformation. You're not becoming strong, you already are. What's happening now is the unveiling of who you've always been under the surface of your trials. And as this unveiling continues, expect divine exposure. Not exposure of you, but exposure for you. Hidden truths will be revealed. Secrets that were kept from you will come to the light. The people who doubted you will be silenced, not by your words, but by your results. The lies spoken about you will reverse into elevation. God is clearing your name, your energy, your destiny path. This is not justice from man. This is justice from the highest court. Divine rebalancing is underway. Do not downplay what you've survived. You've endured spiritual warfare disguised as depression. You've walked through valleys dressed as daily life. And yet, here you are, awake, aligned, ascending. You're not here by accident. You're here because you answered the divine call, even when your voice was trembling. You showed up when others disappeared. You kept moving when you had every reason to quit. And now, the divine reward is catching up to you. These final days are carrying what the beginning of the month could not deliver. Why? Because you weren't ready. But now you are. Your heart has matured. Your mind has been renewed. Your soul has stretched. You can hold more now, carry more, manifest more. You were not being punished. God was expanding you for a greater capacity. And now, that capacity is about to be filled. And here is what's profound. What's coming doesn't need to be rushed. It's not delayed. It's not lost. It's arriving in perfect divine order. There is no force on earth that can block what heaven has already endorsed. You're not competing. You're not begging. You're receiving. It's already written, already formed, already released. These days are simply the passageway through which it enters. Expect your senses to become sharper. Your discernment is going to multiply. You'll sense people's energy before they speak. You'll read rooms before walking in. You'll feel alignment or misalignment instantly. Why? Because God is refining your awareness. You can't afford to be entangled with confusion anymore. The call on your life is too critical. The anointing too weighty. The timing too divine. And yes, relationships will shift. Some will fade without warning. Don't fight to keep what's falling. Release it. Anything exiting your life in these days is being removed by divine design. What's coming requires purity of energy, alignment of vision, and maturity of spirit.